Hi, and welcome back to the Agile Squad. My name is Ray Babalola, and today we're going to look at the first half of the Agile Manifesto, the 4 Values of Agile. In our last video, we spoke about the project variables, scope, quality, time, and cost. We freeze time, cost, and quality while making scope the only variable. I introduced the Moscow prioritization technique. So as we now have that EDAF mindset, we're going to now build that deep understanding, that deep foundational understanding of Agile. Let's get onto it. So in my hand, I have some options for you. I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer and ask yourself why. Broadly speaking, if you had to pick between individuals and interactions or processes and tools, which would you pick and why? Next, we have working software or comprehensive documentation. If you had to pick, which one would you pick and why? Now this just depends on the type of person and job you do, PMs. Next, we have customer collaboration or contract negotiations. If you had to pick, which one would you pick and why? And finally, we have respond to change or following a plan. If you had to pick, which one would you pick and why? So let's go back up to the top and let's have conversations about these. First one, whatever project you have to do, be it build a house, build a website, tie a shoelace, who is going to do it? People. That's it. It's an individual, an actual human being, a person that has to follow whatever processes and tools you have. You may have to change your process to fit an individual. Life happens, you guys. I mean, it's happening right now. We're all having to be very agile about things. For example, right now, we are all working from home. There are some companies that had processes that said you cannot work from home, but somehow, life has happened and they've had to change that process to fit all of the individuals that they have. Secondly, working software versus comprehensive documentation. My pet peeve as a PM was a RAG report. Now, I used to make them. I love it. I know the point of it. However, what does 85% done mean? Can we use it? Yes or no? The thing is about documentation, we are programmed to document everything. It's death by document. Sometimes people would rather have the working thing than a report saying how done it is. And then we go on to our third. Customer collaboration versus contract negotiations. What is the point of giving me a very long contract that has a list of everything you want to do and then you disappear for 6 months, for 2 years and come back and say, yep, where is it? If we think back to our EDAF mindset, remember at the end of every working period, the person that asked me to build this thing has to come back and ensure that we're doing it correctly. We need the customer's feedback. We need the customer's interaction. And then we go on to our fourth, respond to change versus following a plan. Well, I mean, we're all doing this right now, aren't we? COVID-19, aka the Rona. We all had plans. We all had detailed plans. There are exams, there are dissertations, there are concerts, there are festivals that are all being cancelled. Whoever had a plan for 2020 has had to change it. You've had to respond to the change. And here we have it. This is our Agile Manifesto. So what this V stands for is over. The beginning of the Agile Manifesto states the following. We are uncovering better ways of developing software by doing it and helping others do it. Through this work, we have come to, we value individuals and their interactions over processes and tools. This does not mean that you do not need processes and tools. You need processes and tools. You need to ensure that you're meeting industry standards. You must ensure that you meet legal requirements and so on and so forth. What we're saying is, it's a person that has to follow whatever process you have. We value working software over comprehensive documentation. The biggest misconception in Agile is that there is no documentation. Says who? Where? You need documentation. You need to be able to report how you are doing to seniors. But what we are saying is you should not be spending 6 of your 8-hour day writing a report. We value customer collaboration over contract negotiations. You still will need a contract. in terms of equipment, in terms of finances, in terms of people. What we're saying is whatever contract we have with you, our interaction will be in that contract. The way you collaborate will be in that contract. If we need you every 3 months, we will state it in our contract, but you need a contract. And we value responding to change over following a plan. You need a plan. Just imagine if a big client like Fujitsu says, yep, we want to do a £2.2 billion project, but we are agile. Let's just jump into it. There's no planning. We'll see how it goes. You need a plan. But what we're saying is, please ensure that you respond to change. There are market changes, legal changes, weather changes, environmental changes. You must respond to change. And the end of the manifesto state, that is, whilst there is a value in the items on the right, we value the items on the left more. And here we have it. These are the 4 values of the Agile Manifesto. Join us next time where we're going to look at the other half of the Agile Manifesto. I'll be talking about the first 3 principles of the Agile Manifesto. If you have any questions about this video or the previous, please follow the link below or send us a DM on our socials and we will respond. Until next time, toodle pip.